Hello everyone. In this video I am trying to explain how I achieved goal to set release date time for ArgoCD Image Updater. What does it mean? Let me please little bit try to explain what does it mean actually. With my team together we agreed on that we will set time for release dates and times. What does it mean? It means we wanted to block deployment to production environment at Saturday and Sunday at the same time for specific time range. I mean, if we will say in 24 o'clock range, after 16 until early morning 9 o'clock, deployment will not be happened in a weekdays, and on Saturday, Sunday will not be happened whole days. So to achieve this, I started to think I must to prepare one Docker container which will be execute kubectl scale down command inside of this container. To that I started to write some bash code, which this bash code will get 4 arguments for scale up down count at the same time. Of course, static value will be for weekend, Saturday and Sunday. At the same time, time range in a weekdays between time which I said before, between 16 until to 9 o'clock, if in 24 time range. And this code file will get these arguments from some secrets to be more dynamic, and we must create some cron job which will use some service account, and this service account, if it will work in another namespace, of course we need to create cluster role with cluster role binding to map to this service account, which will get an access inside of ArgoCD namespace to scale down. So as we know, ArgoCD Image Updater, in our case, going to check if someone will merge to main and image updater looks to output of cloud build YAML file. If image is created, it's going to pull changes to inform ArgoCD itself. Can you please pull to inside of ArgoCD like as helm new tag to deploy production? With this way, it will be blocked, because with this time range, ArgoCD image updater will be scaled down, and do that it will not be deployed, of course. So I want to show documentation which I created and pushed into GitHub repository. Actually, you can find all information about manifest Docker file and scalar SH which I created from this README. Just follow these steps and you will achieve deployment in your environment. Prepare image and push in register, and then here it will overwrite the manifest file for cron job, and will be created at the same time role and role binding inside of scalar manifest SHE file. Switch back to place inside in VS Code. Let me switch to manifest itself. It is service account inside of default namespace, cluster role binding, and ArgoCD ImageScaler cron job, which will use service account which created in first lines of the manifest file. It will be changed with n substitution inside of README. You can find it to define image, because variable we defined here. So it will go to use the image which we created. It is Docker file which takes 4 arguments to my code in scalar sh to be executed with these arguments, of course. I showed scalar manifest 2. It is scalar sh which gets these arguments, and it is defines a place where it will do scale up down namespace ArgoCD. The time zone I'm defining at the same time because it's Alpine, and it is static values Saturday and Sunday because it is statically defined. We don't need to change it all time, it will be used, and it is dynamic time which will parse from arguments of secret, which here we define to get values. So it is not interesting actually. Here too we defined. Let me switch to the console to see and show how it works. If I will do kubectl get pods inside of namespace ArgoCD, we see ArgoCD image updater right now works. But if I will apply -f scalar, at the same time I can show kubectl get pods in a default namespace. We see we don't have any pod which is with a completed state which executed with cron job. If I will do cron job, of course, at the same time we can find it. No resource found. So I will apply this scalar manifest It's going to create resources. Cron job is created. Just to show easily, I'm going to execute cron each minute and do that. You still get put in watch mode. We will see after maybe 50 seconds the pod will be created. Just look at this. Today, Saturday, and do that. Cron job pod must scale down ArgoCD image updater here. And even we can do this kubectl get pods minus and ArgoCD in watch mode. It is scaled down actually. Yes, it is scaled down even if kubectl minus F. So we can see comparison matched Saturday equal to Saturday, and do that kubectl scaled down to ArgoCD image updater to replica 0. And that's it actually. I hope it will be useful.